So I bought a mower last weekend, a push mower from Craigslist, and here it is. It's pretty good shape. They said they used it about 30 years ago was the last time they used it, which I believe. Nice grass catcher on it here. I believe it's that they haven't used it in that long because the blades are just ridiculously dull. They're supposed to be nice and shiny and flat with a sharp edge on one side, and they're totally dull. I can run my fingers across it, no problem. Also, the bottom blade that you can see down in here is also totally flat or totally round, not sharp at all. So I'm going to walk through how I sharpened it. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is get some 2x4s. I've just got my sawhorse and I opened it up. I put on some cardboard in case I get the sharpening compound spraying all over it. And I'm going to take my mower and I'm going to put it upside down. So I've got it upside down on there so I can sharpen it. So normally the blade turns this way. You can see I've got an arrow. I wrote an arrow in there so I'd remember. But I want to turn it when I'm sharpening. I want to turn it this way. What we're going to do is we're going to lap sharpen these blades. This top blade here and this blade here, which hopefully after I'm sharpening it I cannot do this with. I'm going to get some grinding compound, I'm going to put it on the blade, and then I've got to figure out a way to turn this blade really quickly backwards so it sharpens up against the stationary blade. So first thing you have to do is take the wheel off. My hubcap just comes off there real easy. Then you see a little circlip cotter pin type thing there. So you just need to take that off. Like that. Then you see a washer here, so make sure you don't lose the washer. Surprised how much oil's still on this. And boom. You can see it's good to see a little grease in there. A couple big blobs of grease, that's great. And this is the gear. You see it turns this way, but it won't turn that way the way this is. So that's why when you go backwards, the blade does not turn. You go the other way, the blade will turn. So I'm going to take that off. Remember which way it goes on. And here's the key. Okay, so that key for mine, it goes in this way for it to work. But since I have to rotate this shaft the other way, I'm going to turn it around to where the flat side is pointed over there. And then I'm going to find a socket to go on here so I can spin it. That way the flat side will be against the socket. I'm going to turn it. I can't even turn it with my hand, but I'm going to turn it to the right, clockwise. Okay, so I found a socket. It happens to be 5/8. So that socket will go on there, and I can spin it this way, which is the opposite way of how it normally goes. You can see my arrow over there, and when I spin it this way, it's going to be going backwards. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I want to bring the blade up really close, the rotary blade up really close to the stationary blade. to do that on mine, you turn these knobs. Every mower is going to have some different system, but if I turn this knob, it'll bring it up and down. Let's see if you can see it. Okay, so I'm loosening it, and you can see that it's coming down. It's not even hitting anymore. So I'm gonna bring it up. It's pretty tight. You can see it's not quite hitting. I'm gonna bring it up a little more. Now you can definitely hear it rubbing. It's definitely grinding against it. I'm going to bring the other side up just a touch. Okay, it's rubbing pretty nicely. Okay, about 2 kinds of rubbing compound. I've got this stuff from Harbor Freight. So, you know, we all know how Harbor Freight stuff is, but it says hard metal compound. An aggressive compound used on iron, steel, and other metals. That's exactly what I want. And then I also bought this other one that actually says it's for grinding and sharpening mower blades. I'm going to try the Harbor Freight stuff first, just for the heck of it. It's also like a glue stick, so I can apply it fairly easily. Okay, Harbor Freight stuff. I don't know. It almost feels like not putting anything on there. One. Two. Got a lot of confidence in this one. 3. I have 4 blades on this thing. There we go. I say I don't feel like there's a lot on there. Okay, you can turn it with a socket wrench. The easiest way I found is by using the cordless drill. Put that on there. I guess it's getting shinier. I'll go a little more. Okay, well, I applied some more of the Harbor Freight stuff and ran it again. It is getting a little flatter. You can tell. I'm gonna ooch the blades a little closer to each other and go one more time with the Harbor Freight stuff and see what we get. Okay, I did go again. It's maybe a tiny bit shinier, I don't know. I'm gonna try the other sharpening compound now though. Okay, here's the other stuff. It's definitely not as or a lot messier than the Harbor Freight stuff. But you can feel the abrasives in it. You know, you can feel, I can feel the little grains of sand in there. And I can tell that these things are getting a little sharper. Next time, I'm not gonna be able to put this on with my finger next time. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to find a brush or something to put it on, because it is definitely getting sharper even after the Harbor Freight stuff. So I'm gonna give it another try now. Okay, here we go, I'm gonna try. It's gonna be loud, I'll cut it off pretty quick. I think I tightened my blade just a little too much, so I'm going to loosen it just a tad. Okay, so I went for like a good minute probably. You can see it's getting a little shinier. I think I've got a ways to go, but I think the coarse regular grinding compound is working faster than the Harbor Freight. So I mean, I'm just going to keep going on this. I mean, it was really dull, so I think it's going to take a few times to get it down to where it's flat. So I'm just going to keep going. Okay, I did it like 3 more times, and you can definitely see the blade is shinier. I've wiped it down already. I mean, it's definitely sharper than it was. I don't want to just run my finger across it anymore. I feel like it could be sharper, but I'm going to give it a try on the grass like this. It's 1,000,000% better than it was. So I'm just going to put it back together and give it a whirl. Maybe I'll sharpen it again in 3 months or 6 months and get it down even better. Okay, last thing I'm going to do is test it for sharpness. You can see the paper around. Kind of had to adjust to the blade to get it at the right spot. So here you can see that cut very easily. Again, in case I missed it. See, perfect cut. Try the middle section. It's hard holding the phone. Get over here. Look at that. Try this other blade. Boom. This blade. Boom. Middle. Whew. It is way sharper than it used to be. It doesn't look that sharp, but it would not do this before, because I tried. And it is cutting just fine now. Try that. Just like a pair of scissors now. Okay, sorry about the shaky phone there on the end, but I'm gonna put this upright and cut a little lawn and see how it looks. Okay, well, the gardener just came last Thursday, but he's cutting very fine. Even those little tiny grass clippings are cut really nicely. Let's see, barely see a track. That's, like I said, the gardener was here last week, so I could lower it, but I probably won't. Okay, well, thanks for watching. When something else breaks or I need to fix something, I will be doing another video from T-Shirt Videos. See ya.